Dustin and Raj here to talk to you about a major world issue, the energy crisis.
We live in a world of constantly rising prices on gas and goods. We hear on a daily basis about why the world's energy consumption needs to slow or be transformed.
Fossil fuel-based transportation is not our future, but it will take a long time to get to a point when the world can be switched over to renewable resources.
Oil will soon be a rare and extremely expensive commodity. We need to raise awareness of what is actually happening to our world and do something to change it.
The Earth does have a large supply of oil, roughly 2 trillion barrels of recoverable oil. The problem is that it is almost impossible to predict where these large underground deposits actually are.
Despite what scientists actually say, fossil fuels are renewable. They just take 62 million years to be renewed.
Consumption is rapidly increasing, and scientists predict that nearly half of our world's natural fuels are used up.
Consumption is currently 31 billion barrels of oil each year. Crunch the numbers, and you'll see the oil is gone in 32 years, assuming the rate of consumption does not change.
Fossil energy will become rare and expensive in the not-so-distant future. Not very many politicians are warning Americans about this problem, even though scientists agree this is a real problem.
This is a worldwide problem, and America is not immune. Ways to move people, goods, heat homes, and grow food that use little to no fossil fuel need to be developed.
Energy conservation is the key to preserving the oil we have left. The new renewable energy sources that are on the market today are not efficient enough yet to sustain our level of consumption.
So until the new magic fuel comes out, we need to reduce the amount of gas and oil we currently use. Now, we're not suggesting that you ride your bike on your 20-mile commute to work every day. Just buy a more fuel-efficient car. Get a hybrid. Go diesel.
Humankind is going to face some very difficult choices. Our planet can't support 6 billion people without fossil fuel, at least not with an acceptable standard of living. It is time for a transition plan to wean us off of fossil fuel.
Most of us envision a future of cheap energy and fuel-efficient cars. But with bigger and more powerful automobiles, faster air travel, and bigger homes, our consumption of energy is ever increasing.
It's going to be very hard to find any energy source that can keep up with our consumption of fossil fuels today.
If a train didn't have fuel to deliver the crude oil to the refinery, no gas or diesel would be produced.
Without diesel, the tanker could not deliver the gasoline to the gas station.
If the gas station had no fuel for you to fill up your car, you couldn't drive to the supermarket to buy yourself food.
Without food, we will all die.
Many Americans believe that newer and better technology can provide us a new energy source, although it is more likely that technology will be used to reduce energy consumption as a whole.
Good examples of this in the field of transportation is electrically powered vehicles, such as the Segway or Chevy Volt.
It's not a perfect solution though. Power plants will still require fossil fuels to create the electricity to charge these electric vehicles. Although many scientists do believe electricity is the way of the future.
The question is, what new energy source will arrive to cheaply create large amounts of electrical energy to power our new electricity-hungry lives?
Wind energy is a very self-sustaining way to generate electricity. As long as wind turbines are placed high up, the wind will always be blowing.
They do generate a lot of electricity, but they take a lot of wide open space to actually be placed. Great for small country towns but not populated rural cities.
The power of the sun is a near perfect energy source. In today's times, we focus on harnessing the sun's energy through solar panels. Solar panels work by turning the sun's ultraviolet rays into pure electrical current.
The problem is, solar panels are only 10% effective. This means they're only capturing 10% of the sun's rays hitting the solar panel. That's like putting on sunscreen and only having it work 10% of the time.
Although scientists are working on upping the effectiveness of solar panels, the way of the future is not to harness the sun's energy, but to recreate it.
This is known as nuclear fusion, or the literal recreation of our sun. The only problem is, no one knows how this form of energy truly works. Also, there's no cost-effective way to make nuclear fusion possible.
The fuel required to power such a thing does not exist in very large quantities on Earth, thus making it very, very expensive.
The world's supply of fossil fuels is constantly diminishing.
New forms of sustainable energy need to be created.
Until then, we need to conserve what precious oil we have left.